which field you want to summarize, the values from which field you want to summarize. Like here, we're doing the grouping using industry and we want to summarize the annual revenue. So if we understand these two things, we can easily do it. The field which you want to use for grouping, just drag and drop that on this side and go to the field for which you want to use the values to summarize. Just go to that, click on it and say summarize this field. Is that fine? Now let's go and work on the other format. But before I get into the matrix format, just a small thing. In the summary format, if you see, it is showing you summary as well as the complete list of data also, right? Usually on the summary format report, you would just want the summary. You might not want the details. Like I just want the summary: energy industry, how many records, how much revenue, how many employees, that's it. I might not want to see all the details. Okay. So in case you don't want to see the details, just go to this show option, click on it and check off the details thing and check off the drop zone thing also. Now this gives you a proper summary, just a small summary report. So which industry, how much revenue, how many employees, you get it from here. Alright. Now the next format, that is the matrix format of report. So matrix format is also similar to summary format. The only difference in a matrix and a summary format is matrix format is usually summary format is usually on one axis. Matrix can summarize your data in both the axes. Okay. So let me just give you some idea on that. Let's say you have industries here, energy and apparel, right now what we have done, we have summarized the data on this axis. That's fine. But in case you have your business in 3 different countries, right? India, US and Canada. Now you are asked about the breakups of the countries. So the management wants you to produce a report which gives the breakup by industry, by country. Okay. So then what will you do? So per industry, per country, how much revenue we are able to generate. I don't want the total of energy. I just want the breakup of energy for India, Canada and US. So there we can create a report like this. Let's say total revenue for energy is 30,000. So this is 60,000 and for hospitality is 90,000. But this is not what the management is looking at. They say, okay, you give us a complete breakup. So a good way of creating a report will be like this. This is called a matrix report, where you have 2 axes. One will be vertically, the other will be horizontal. Okay, so if you have to do the grouping based on 2 criteria, one you can put vertically, the other you can put horizontal, and this kind of breakup you can get. So total for this So you have the option of looking into each and individual details, that how much revenue did you generate from energy in India, in US, in Canada, right? How much revenue did you generate from India in total? How much revenue did you generate from apparel industry in total breakup? The entire thing, right? So we already have one side of it done. We already have the vertical thing. Horizontal axis we have to put only, right? So just convert it into matrix format. The moment you make it into a matrix format, you will see there is a drop field option comes here also. This side, so we have already put. We already have this industry thing. Here we have to put one more field. So let me put type. I don't have country field available here, so I'll put type. So customer direct, customer channel. Okay, done. Summarizing is being done. Yes. Go and go to show. Remove the drop zones. It will remove the drop zones, and go and remove the record counts. That's it. Here is the report by industry and by the type, account type. So for biotechnology, customer direct, what is the revenue? What is the number of employees? For biotechnology, customer channel, what is the revenue? What is the number of employees? So sometimes you might need to produce reports like this. So this is called matrix format. Difference between a summary and a matrix format is pretty simple. Summary has just one axis and matrix format report has two axes, right? So that is basically the difference between these two. Clear?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Could you please repeat the steps of matrix report?
Shall I go back to summary?
Summary is fine, just for matrix.
So just go to the matrix format, and before this we were here. Okay. So if you convert a summary report, if you change the format to matrix, this is how it will show you this, the preview. Now, as I said, on a matrix report, we'll have to have the grouping done on both the axes. So vertically, we have done it. Horizontally, we have not put any field to group, right? So moment you convert it into a matrix format, you will see a drop zone where you can drop a field. Okay. So how will you drop it? Just drag and drop it here. Now we have dropped the field here. Go and remove the drop zone from here, because you see there is a lot of space which is being taken by these drop zones. So we have done a vertical grouping, we have done a horizontal grouping. Fine. Just remove the drop zones and also remove the record count. So there is one more field called record count which appears here. So in case you don't want the record count, you can remove that. So that is how it creates the matrix format report. And you see, I mean, these reports are so easy to create. Reporting is one thing which you might need to do, pretty frequently, and there's one very important thing that you will need to work on. The only thing with the reporting is we just need to understand, what kind of reports we can create and what all criteria or conditions we have to put there, right? So in case they are asking for a report in last 1 month, or they are asking for a report for last 3 months. So any of those things we'll have to just mention here, and we'll have to create the report. So creating report is not a difficult thing. We just need to understand what all formats are available. That's it. So I hope this matrix format is clear now to everyone. Okay. Joint report we will do a little later. We'll talk about it later on, because it's before that you need to understand a couple of other things. These three are pretty simple, straightforward reports: tabular, matrix, and summary. Joint report we will do a little later, but before that, let us understand what do we do with this report. Once the report has been created, now what do you do with this report? What are the options that you have? So you have a lot of options. What can we do with the reports? First of all, we can save it for future use. Let's say there is a report which you need on a frequent basis. So you can create and save it, so that every time you don't have to go and create that report. Right. So whenever you need the report, you can just come and open the same report. The way we create our files and we save them. Second, you can export the report. Okay, you have the option of exporting the data into an Excel or CSV format. Excel or CSV are supported here. What is the third thing that we can do with the report? We can print the report. You'll have the option of printing the report, and you can schedule a report. You can schedule the report that you have created. Scheduling means, okay, sometimes some of the reports will have a requirement some of the reports will have the requirement to be sent to some users on a frequent basis. Okay, like if there is a monthly report and a few people want to receive the same report on 1st of every month, or there is a weekly report which needs to go out on every Friday, right? So you don't have to do it manually. You don't have to run the report every Friday and send it to users. Salesforce have that option of scheduling the report and sending that report automatically to the defined users. Okay, so that's scheduling of the report. Okay. We have a question here. I think this is from Vijay says email. So the schedule of the report is emailing the report. Tejasvi has a question. Share the report. Okay. Can't we share the report? Yeah, we can share the report, but sharing report depends on the folder on which you save it. So I mean, we specifically do not go and say share it with anyone. Depends on the folder in which we are going to save it. So I'll just come back to that point, sharing point. But these are the things that we do with the report, right? Save it for future use, export it into Excel CSV, take a printout of it. What else can you do with a report? Once you have created a report, either you will take a printout, or you will export it into an Excel or CSV, or take the report out, or you can schedule the report. If it's a monthly or a weekly report, you will schedule it that okay fine, every week run this report and send it to me, or send it to let's say the management. The other thing is print the report. Either you will print the report. So these are the things that you can do with the report. So how do you, whatever you want to do, how would you do it? First of all, in case you want to save it, you can save it from here. In case you want to save the report, or click on run report. There's this option called run report. Click on that. And here we have all those options, as I said: export, print, save as, customize will take you back to the same report builder screen. You can again change the report details. Show details will show a list of all the records. Run report. Run report now, schedule future runs. Okay. So before that, let me save the report. Just click on save as. Okay. Now you will have the option of giving the name and defining the folder. So fourth F, which I was talking about, folder, where you save the report. Okay. Whether you want to save it in personal folder or public folder. So if you save it in personal folder, then only you can see the report. If you save it in public folder, then others can see. So Tejasvi, that is the answer to your question. Sharing of report will depend on the folder where you save it. Okay. So based on the access, so report does not have any particular, specific, what do you call that, sharing rules and all. Report depends on the folder. So if the folder is public, everyone will have access to that report. And if folder is personal, then only the creator or the person who created the report will have access to it. Okay. So let me go and give a report name. Let's say report 1. I want to save it in public folder. Save. Fine. So the report has been saved. Now you can use it at any point of time. Okay. Next thing that we'll see is